Hello, people. How are we doing? Hello, Stocker. Hello, Reeski. How are you both doing? It's good to see you both again on a Wednesday. Stocker, obviously, the goated TP of last season, winning from 10th, and Reeski, the man who's gone from reserve driver to a full-time driver. It's good to see you both. How are you both doing? It's just me today. It's just me. Um, yeah, you just gonna have a nice little chill evening of just shouting at comms. Tonight we're back at DTS. We're finally back. I missed last week, unfortunately, but I'm back this week, and we are racing around Spa-Francorchamps. That's how you say it. I am fluent. Yes, tonight brings us to Belgium, and we return from the Super Bowl appearance we had at Belgium. Super Bowl obviously was unbelievable last year. I really enjoyed that Super Bowl actually, where we had a massive fight between Pirate Danny, Little Pigeon, and Noodles. I think it might be, was it Diablo or Noodles? It was one of them. It wasn't a Toro Rostocker. I think it was Noodles. It probably was Noodles. Tonight brings us back to Belgium. But in the regular season this time. So this is where we have all 10 teams fighting for that the top 5 spots for the Super Bowl. So in the regular season, obviously, we crown our drivers, and then we're looking to qualify for the Super Bowl. What was the United score on Sunday? I can't. We're not going into that. We are very much not going into that. Yeah, United are, yeah. You know what, Brash? I have a problem with you. Hello, Mick. How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Giving me stick. Surprise. Wouldn't live up to last week's. Rumsky! It's good to see you, Rumsky. How you doing, amigo? I hope you beat Weezy today, just because of his write-up he gave me. So I hope you smash him out of the park, and I hope you boast in his face. But yes, as we're waiting for people to join, Egolf, it's good to see you, my friend. How are you doing, Egolf? Yeah, how's everyone been? Like, just genuine question. How's everyone been? It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you all. I spoke to you all. I just want to check on everyone. How are we? I've got nothing really to talk about since it's just me. We can run through the championship actually. We'll do that. Let me get the track screen up. Armin, if everyone's in, yeah, of course, I don't mind. Right, let's look at our standings because it is quite interesting. We have DSL Brad, who got 100 points out of 100 in the first 2 rounds. Last week it didn't quite go his way in Singapore, but he's in P1. P2 is Lil Pigeon. Lil Pigeon picked up massive points in Singapore after getting done out by the game at China and having a decent race around. What was the second round? What was the second round? I can't even remember. Oh, Zandvoort. Yes, Zandvoort, where he went P3. Egg of Hazard on his return to DTS is P3 with Tuck in P4. Rumsky P5. So that is our top 5. And it's a very interesting top 5. Tuck and Rumsky and Egolf are very standout performers this season in DTS. So I look forward to seeing how they get on. I believe Tuck and Egolf were on the podium alongside Little Pigeon last week. And then in terms of constructors in our Super Bowl qualification points, we have Renault Invincible leading, then it's Top Gun, and then it's Pink Panthers, our top 3, as we've had ready up from the main man, Reeski, Comms of the Year, Reeski. He's given us the go-ahead, and we're going to go 2 minutes early. Isn't that beautiful? We're here early, we get to go early. It's just a beautiful, beautiful day. Uh, Hello, Dave Riley. How you doing, my friend? Tuck, it's good to see you. Bradley, I don't. It's not happy to see you. And Lee Webb, it is unbelievable to see you as well. Hope you're all doing well as we go into a short qualifying session around Belgium for the fourth round of DTS. In a very, very interesting season we've had so far. It's a bit up and down this season. I can't lie with just the chaos we've had, to be honest. Singapore I miss, but it just sounded like an absolute mess in terms of collisions. Obviously, I wasn't there, but I do know Mr. Reevesky and DSL Brad got caught up in an incident with Reevesky at fault, I believe. He put him into a wall. So that happened. Yes. So Jay gets rid of me. They are suddenly top. Cool. Yeah, Rumsky, it's not looking good there. Pigeon, how are you doing, Pigeon? It's good to see you. And Steve B, unbelievable to see you as well. Good luck, my friend. Indeed. As Rostock says, one man army for Pigeon. As Melante, oh my god, it's raining. Oh my god. It is raining. And it is pouring. It is inter conditions. Yes, it is. All right. So, this should be an interesting qualifying session. Can someone please give me a weather update for the race? Will it be anything interesting or will it be a dry race? As the first car will be the Project GP20 of Reevesky. Now, Reevesky, I don't believe he was, but this guy is very good in the wet. I don't think he was mentioned for what is the award? Wet Weather Driver of the Year. I feel like he sort of deserved a little shout out there because I remember him in F2. He was ridiculous in Las Vegas and where else did we have? Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. He was rapid. So yeah, I feel like Reevesky was a bit robbed there, but he's not the first one on the track. Right, it's Pro to lead us away on this quali session, followed by Reevesky, and then it is the Renault Invincible, the constructor leaders of Hayfamar, followed by Motor Regair, who massively need points. Ben Brash and F1 Riley both driving tonight. They need to score some points for Motor Regair. But what can Pro do here in Top Gun F1? No longer Spartan Phoenix, RIP Spartan. Yeah, it's a bit sad things. Them not being called Spartan anymore. I feel like Mav has to bring that back. I feel like Top Gun doesn't really suit it. Spartan was a staple name in DTS. As into the last corner, it looks awful out there. As the track is pretty much shining on us, and Pro gets us away with quali. As Reevesky is going to get a nice toe in behind. So as Pro starts his time into turn one, can he get the apex nicely? He misses the apex slightly, but he gets early on the power. Going down to the Kemmel straight here. Going to go up the hill through Rouge and Radion. And it's nicely Oh! Pro could not get on the power down. Reevesky is caning on him. Reevesky's getting close, but I think Reevesky's actually backed out. I think Reevesky might have invalidated. He did invalidate, yes. Because I did see he gained a lot of time on Pro there. And Pro is really struggling out here. It's not quite the first lap he would have hoped. It's just feeling out the track because there is very minimal grip here. And Pro is struggling. He stayed in hot lap mode with 100% ERS into the bag. And he's not invalidated again, despite going off track. And he's off and going. So into the fast left-hander. How committed is he? Last season when we had a rainy race, we had Mr. Plavonch. Absolutely unbelievable drive from him, where Wayne's retired because that is his quali ban. Unbelievable drive from Plavonch to win it against DSL Brad in the last lap in wet/inter conditions. I believe it was that race. As I remember Mr. Famous Wayne and Rattigan colliding and that. Yeah. It was a long day for appeals, I'll tell you that for free. As Pro is going down to Blanchimont, and then Plavonch says Vamos to Egolf and Famous Wayne. Indeed, obviously Plavonch, unfortunately, is down to the other side now. I miss Plavonch. He's an unbelievable driver. As Pro, to the line, third lap of the day. It is going to be purple, and it's a 2 minutes, 2 minute time. Next up is Haytham. What can he do here? Haytham goes through Blanchimont, and he's used a lot more ERS than Pro did. So, in theory, this should be quicker. But we will find out. Into the final corner. What can Renault Invincible do with Haytham, who had a brilliant race around China, and he's 1 minute 57.9. Next up is the Pink Panther of Arbeg Dury starting at time. Then it's going to be the Motor Reggae of Ben Brash. Ben Brash has used up all his deployment, and he's run over all the curb there. Not as helpful there. But to the line, he is quickest, 1 minute 55.4. Next up is the United car of Scotty. No, it's not. It's Steve B, who started the time, and now times are flying in. Rumsky, no, Mikey G is next. Mikey G has just started the time, and they're all together. They are all so close. Rumsky now P3, and Scotty MT goes P1 at 1:55.275 for Scotty MT, puts in P1. We've got the other Top Gun car of Pigeon, who goes quickest. Pigeon with a 1:55.1, and then it's going to be the black car of Tuck. It's not even Tuck. It's going to be Lee Webb, who started the time also. Next up is DSL Brad, the Mr. Qualifying Merchant of DSL, and he's invalidated in this time. Brad has invalidated on his first run. Behind him is Craig Milan. What can Milan do? He's getting a toe off Brad, actually. And to the line, Milan goes quickest at 1:54.979. And Milan needs something in this race, I feel like, because it's not quite been the start of the season he would have liked. Meanwhile, Reisky is very close to Pro, as Pro crosses the line with a 1:58.9, and Reisky goes P5 at 1:55.9. Next up is going to be Arbeg Dury. What can Arbeg Dury hit? Oh, he's actually let a car through, so he's backed out of his time. So we're going to go on board with Tuck is starting his time. Matt says time. Stevie, we're going to go on board with Stevie because he's the next one to set a time. He's using his deployment, his overtake mode, going back into hot lap here. And last season, we had a standout performance here from Stevie in the wet in Spa, getting a P6 on track. So, as is TP, sort of hoping for the same again. But it's just good to see him back racing, and he's got a big slide there. But to the line, he is going to go P6 with a 1:56.1, and Mikey G goes P5, and a Diablo with a 1:54 dead. A brilliant time from Diablo. Next up is Scott to the line. He's actually going to go again, Scott is. We've got a few drivers very close to each other, involving Rumsky, who's already gone. Pigeon's going to go again. So a few drivers doing multiple timed laps. That was Lee Webb going P12. And then it's going to be DSL Brad for his second run. What can Brad do here? He invalidated his first run. He's used his deploy at 32% already. So he used his deployment very early on here. And to the line, he's not going to have much power. But it's P2. It's a 1:54.3. Still a brilliant time from DSL Brad. Not surprised there. He is probably the best qualifier in DTS right now. Minus Jay Tyler, as Jay Tyler is in DTS. I did sort of forget that. As Reisky is going to go again, and so is Pro. Pro's actually going to come in. Next up is Vamos with Egolf Hazard going to start a time. So it's going to be Haytham instead. What can Haytham do here? He's actually running minimum fuel here, so going to be late as possible to gain as much time as he can. The Renault Invincible in their second season, and this was a landmark race for them when Provence won. Can they get another, I would say shock win, but it's not a shock this season with DSL Brad and even Haytham. So you never know. But Haytham to the line, what is he going to set? He sets a 155.543. And Tuck behind goes quicker with, quickest with a 153.6. That is an unbelievable time from Tuck. Next up is DB, who is going to go across the line and start another time. And then we got loads of cars coming in. It's that pack of cars again. Trying to figure out who's next. It's going to be Scott. What can Scott do? He went 155.2 in his first lap, and it's a 153.493 in his second. Behind him is Diablo, who starts the time. So Diablo starts the time. Pigeon goes even quicker with a 153.3. A tenth quicker than Scotty MT. So the track is getting quicker, I believe. Next up is DSL Brad in none. So Brad will be going again, all coming into the pit lane. So it's going to be Arbeg Dury who's going to try and start another time. Craig also needs a time. So Egolf Hazard is in sector 2. We are going to follow him, I believe. As I believe all the other cars are on out laps or in laps. So what can Egolf do here? He, once again, not really used much of his deploy in the first two sectors. And as you can see a drier line appearing on this track. So clearly, this dry line is improving times on the board, which is why drivers are continuously setting laps. As we just saw there, that was Reeski going P5. So into, he's really cautious there, Egolf. And to the line, what is he going to set? It's going to be a 154.766, which puts him P7 for Vamos Motorsport. Next up is going to be the black car of Lee Tuck. As Tuck is going to come into the pits, I believe. He's set quite a few laps in a row. So he's actually going to go again, so he's going to start another time. Meanwhile, Rumsky is on an out lap. Behind him is Steve B, who is on a time zone. So he's used his deploy. And he's gone slightly wide of the apex there. But into the final corner. What can he do here? P13 currently, and he goes up to P9. Great time for Stevie. Diablo has spun in the final corner, so he's coming into the pit lane. Next up is Prize Pigeon. Pigeon coming into the pit lane also. Trying to figure out who that black car is. It's Lee Webb. So Lee Webb, what can he do? To the line, he is going to set a... Oh, wow! What a lap from Lee! Lee goes P3! What a time on the board from the Ironworks! Unbelievable scenes! Oh my god, Lee Webb is P3 ahead of Tuck. Next up is Arbeg Dury. What a time from Lee Webb. Right, Arbeg Dury, what can he do? Into the bus stop chicane. He wants to stay committed a bit over the curb, a bit too much curb. And overtake mode used in the final corner, and he goes P7 on 154.222. This track is ramping up very quickly with Ben Brash next to set time. He gets all over the curb as well, but to the line he is going to set the fastest time of a 152.608. It is getting quick, lads. The track is becoming drier and the drivers are finding more time. As Egolf goes again, Egolf starts at another time here. So could this be challenging the top guys? Meanwhile, Craig is next across the line. He is invalidated actually. So Craig invalidates. Next up is Tuck. Tuck, this could be a massive lap. He's 1 second up on his time. It's going to be provisional pole. It is a 152.250 for Tuck. Next up is Rumsky to the line. What can Rumsky do? Is he on provisional pole? He goes P6 with 153.7. And then it's going to be Steve B coming into the pit lane, I believe. It will be Steve B. Then we have, who is that? We have a collision between, we have something. I'm not sure what's happened there. But Brad is in front of Lee Webb. So Lee Webb, I believe, is coming to the pits, and Brad is about to start a time. Meanwhile, Mikey G is also about to start a time. As Brad comes into the pit lane, so Mikey G comes into pit lane. And then Arbeg Dury is going to potentially go across the line here. We'll keep an eye on Arbeg, see where he goes, just in case this is a legitimate time. He's already in the 140s, so I'm not sure if it's competitive or not, but we will follow. And he is coming into the pits. Next up is Matt F1 UK. No, it's not, it's Risky. What is Risky going to do? He's going to come into the pits also. F1 Riley, it's going to be Ben Brash next. Ben Brash also comes into the pits. So it's going to be Egolf's second run here. P11 for Egolf currently. But what can he do here? Last time it is dry! It is dry! We might have soft runs. We might have soft runs in the final laps. And Egolf goes P3 at 153, 132. But Egolf is out on track and he has to go all the way around to come into pit lane. I think that's his session over. And we're going to go on the tyres quick because I think there are going to be a few soft runs. There are going to be a few soft runs. Holy moly. Oh, wow. There's going to be some soft runs here. So here we go. What is going to happen here? It's going to be a chaotic end to the quali. Rumsky's going to come in because he's realised it's dry. It's going to be soft weather. And it's going to be dry weather even. A few drivers coming out on the inters. Stevie and Haytham both on the inters, on their out laps. And Pro is on the softs. So here we go. We have a soft runner on the track. It is Pro Hate. He is going to be the benchmark for all. Has he pulled the trigger slightly early though? I feel like he should have wanted to come out as late as possible to get the driest track possible. So Pro could... Oh, he's sliding all sorts though. Pro could be on a provisional pole for a few minutes as he waits for others to go around. We're going to stay on board with Pro because this could be legendary. This could be iconic. This could be pure DTS magic. What does Pro have in store for us? He has to take it very cautious though. He's come out too early to the point where it's still slightly wet, and that is hurting him. Scott EMT has opted to go on the inters. A Little Pigeon is on the sauce. What is DSL Brad on? DSL Brad is on the inters as well. Brad is on the inters, Scott is on the inters, and Pigeon is on the softs. What is Pro going to go on here? What is Pro going to do here? He starts his time. Here we go, on a lap with Pro. Can he do it? Into turn one. Does he have the grip? He has to brake really early, get that car turned in. And he doesn't quite have the grip on the exit. Oh, that's going to hurt him. Is it still slight into conditions despite it drying up? Go up the hill through a Rouge and Rally. Oh, he has to lift off. And he's off. It could be into weather. It could be into weather as Stevie behind him is on the time. And I think Pro is going to have to let him through as Stevie is fast approaching it. So how much more grip does Stevie have to Pro? Two similar sort of drivers here and Pro's let him through. So I don't think the softs are the run here unless it improves towards the end. Stevie has gone purple in sector 1. He is looking quick in these drier conditions. But we're just keeping an eye on other people. Lee Webb's also on the time currently. So is Mikey G. Mikey G is further on the track. Mikey G is actually further towards the line, so we're going to go on board with him. Here we go. What can Mikey do here? He is purple in sector 2. He's 3.3 seconds off on his time. This is going to be a provisional pole for Mikey, but he's not going to have the final run out of everyone. There's a bit of traffic in front of him. I don't think he will catch it, but this is insane end to quali. As so many people have missed the line. So many people have missed the line. Tuck on provisional pole did not get a time in. Neither did Egolf. Little Pigeon didn't make the line. Rumsky didn't make the line. But his teammate, Mikey G, is going to go on provisional pole here. To the line, it's provisional pole for Mikey G, 151.4. And now the time's going to start flying. Craig is P2. Ben Brad, no, it's going to be Scott. No, it's going to be Stevie. Stevie's next. What can Stevie do? He's got someone in front of him starting a time potentially. Stevie goes P2. That's unbelievable from Stevie. Rumsky's AI car is next. Then it's going to be the black car. Lee Webb. Where can Lee Webb go in all of this? This is crazy. This is an unbelievable quality session. Lee Webb is a purple sector 2. He has to be. DRS enabled. Is it soft weather now? Who's on the softs on the time? Ben Brash is on the time. And Matt F1 UK are both on time. They could be on pole. They could be on pole. Lee Webb in the final corner. He has to just keep it nice and steady. To the line. Ironworks. Is he going to be on provisional pole for now? To the line. He is on provisional pole. But he's got DSL Brad behind him on the entrance. Is Brad going to be a provisional pole? A 149 he has to beat. It's a 149.8, but he hasn't beat Lee Webb. Lee Webb's still on provisional pole. Scotty MT is next. He's 3.4 seconds off on his time. And behind him, I believe that is Matt F1. Matt F1 is on the softs. So we'll see what he's going to do straight after. But Scott, to the line. Is he going to be quicker than Lee Webb? He is quicker than Lee Webb. But is he going to be beaten by Matt? Matt does not beat him in P18. And it's Scotty MT, the former champion, the GOAT of DTS, is on pole. He is back where he belongs. And Scott takes pole positions in mixed weather conditions. Oh my days. A crazy ending to quali. We have Scotty MT on pole next to Lee Webb. What a performance from Lee. The Ironworks is P2. That is incredible. That is unbelievable from Lee. He starts alongside the 3-time champion Scotty MT. Holy moly, what a quality session that is. Insane. And from what I'm hearing last week, it was a similar sort of conditions to last quality session where Scotty got it wrong, but this time he got it right. He's on pole by 5 tenths. Lee Webb, unbelievable, P2. And Diablo P3. Brad P4 with Mikey G making up top 5. Steve B, a standout performance in P6 as well. With Craig, what a lap from Craig in P7 and Tuck in P8. Brash in P9 with Egolf P10. Pigeon in P11 with Rumsky P12, Reesky in P13, RB Duran P14, Milan P15, Hayfamar P16, F1 Riley P17, Matt in P18, Pro in P19, and Wayne with his quali ban in P20. What a quali session. What just happened? I cannot believe it. We have Lee Webb in second. Lee Webb is in second. Insane. Right, I was grabbing a drink, but I'm back, and it is dry. But I believe I was told earlier that there's some sort of rain in the race. So we have a mixed condition race, which is going to be very, very interesting. Is Frank not commentating? No, he's busy today. He is busy. So it's just me. You have me shouting about. So yes, here we go. For Belgium round 4. What is going to happen here? Oof, I can't believe how intense Collie was. I genuinely cannot believe it. We have the craziest grid of all time here. I'm not answering. I'm not even going to time you out this time. I'm just going to leave you. I'm gonna just leave you, and you can do your own thing. Right. As the drivers are opting to pick their tyres. I'm expecting mediums or softs, to be honest. I don't think hards are the play. Unless the rain comes very late, then the hards could be the play. But I think mediums are the way to go if there is rain in the race. So possibly, if it is very, very late, then I still think mediums, to be honest. I think softs, even if it's early, it has to be in the first few laps, to be honest. Right. As we are, it's going to rain early. It's going to rain early because everyone is on the softs. Scotty MT, Lee Webb, Diablo, Brad, Mikey, Stevie, Craig, and Tuck all opt for the soft tyre. Ben Brash and Egolf opt for the mediums. Lil Pigeon, Rumsky, Reesky, Rabek Dury, Milan all got the soft tyres. Haytham on the mediums. F1 Riley, Matt, Pro, and Wayne all go on the softs. So the rain is going to drop early, but how early is it going to drop? Is it going to be in the opening 5 laps? Is it going to be beyond that? We will find out. 22 laps of racing. Who knows what will happen here? Scotty MT back on pole. And I just cannot believe Lee Webb's here. Yeah, shout out to Craig as well. Craig in P7. Unbelievable from Craig. So he deserves all the praise there. So does Steve B as well. Both in the same price bracket as Lee Webb as well. All qualifying within the top 10. But alongside the heroic quali laps, we're actually looking at championship fight. Brad is in P3. Lil Pigeon is in P11. Tuck is in P8. And Egolf is in P10. Rain in the next few minutes. So it's in the opening few minutes of the race. Interesting. Thank you very much, Milan and Rostocker, for giving me that information. So, with it being very early in the race, I think softs are the shout then. Ben Brash and Egolf and Haytham, all in the mediums. I think they're just going to get eaten up alive slightly at the start. Probably does, to be fair. Probably true. Right, as Scotty MT parks his car. The United racing car, indeed. Yes, it is called United. As Wade, his good friend, is going to be at the back of the field after his qualifying ban. Vamos Motorsport rounds off the grid. And for the 4th time this season, it's 1, it's 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5 red lights. And what is it? It is go. It's a brilliant start for Scotty MT. Lee Webb gets a decent start as well. Is he going to try to go? Oh, Diablo's going to try to go down the inside. Diablo tried to go down the inside. I couldn't get a good angle of that. Disco Bradle's in the gravel. And there's a bit of chaos in behind, but Diablo's in the P2. Lee Webb P3. Mikey GP4. Brad is down to 6th. After going onto the gravel. And now he's going to be pushing against Steve B. He's going to choose the outside line. Steve B's got the inside line. He's in the slipstream. And it's a drag race between these guys. And Diablo and Scott are going for the lead. Diablo down the inside of Scott. And he's got the move done. And behind there's a lot of chaos. Stevie and Brad still going at it. Stevie's still got the inside line. And Brad around the outside. This is our championship leader. 3 wide with the motor again. Ben Brash making it 3 wide. And there's contact between all 3 of them. And this is crazy for the championship leader. Does he need this? And it's more contact with and Scotty MT retakes the lead. They got side by side in the fast left-hander. Scotty around the outside, Diablo on the inside. What a move from Scotty MT. Great racing between Pink Panthers and United Racing. And Mikey G down the inside of Lee Webb. Mikey G Racing Knights versus Ironworks Racing. They're still going at it. There's no moment to breathe in this. Mikey G down the inside, it's unbelievable racing from the two of them. Mikey G is in P3 and Ben Brash is flying, he's in P5. A crazy start to this race, which sees Diablo go back into P6, but Diablo and Scott still going at it, and Diablo retakes the lead. I think the rain is incoming as soon as it can, because these two are fighting so aggressively for the lead. They want to lead as early as possible. Ben Brash is going for P3. Ben Brash he hasn't quite got a grip on the exit, but Mikey G retains P3 there. Behind, Famous Wayne and Haytham are fighting. Haytham is losing positions. He's now behind Pro. And Tuck is our big loser in lap 1. He's down his P19. Arbeck Dury is fighting with Milan. Milan goes around the outside there. And he has yellows in sector 1. Who is that? That's Tuck again. Tuck has been there somewhere. I'm not sure if that was contact. But Scotty MT is using ERS and DRS. He is going to chase down Diablo. He's got overtake mode activated. Diablo is vulnerable. He's not got much ERS. Down the inside, Scott's going to go. And the United Racing car retakes his pole position and takes the lead. Stevie behind and Brad and Egolf. And Stevie's round, I believe. And Brad also had contact with Stevie. And I believe Brad actually got an illegal overtake from Stevie. This is crazy. And behind, we're seeing Arbeck Dury and Craig. Craig defending the inside against Arbeck Dury, and he keeps that position. This is unbelievable. There's so much I can't keep up with it. But we're going to look at position changes quick, because I've seen that Little Pigeon is up into P6, 5 positions gained. Ben Brash is the standout performer so far, 6 positions gained, and on the medium tyre is in P3. I can't believe it. But our biggest loser is Tuck, who got caught up in multiple collisions there, I believe. And Pro picks up a 3-second time penalty, and this feels like a sprint race while they're waiting for the rain to come. They are fighting so aggressively, it feels like a sprint. Not even a sprint, a 5-lapper it feels like. Meanwhile, the two Project GP20 car swap. There's a wing flying off somewhere. I couldn't even tell who that is, because Milan is trying to go around the outside of Brad. The two rivals, long-time rivals, and Milan's been hit in the back by Albigduri. Matt gets Craig, and there's people in the pit lane. There's loads of people in the pit lane. The pit lane is clogged up. It's Albigduri, it's Craig, it's F1 Riley, and Lee Webb gets Lil Pigeon. And Lil Pigeon has a bit of front wing damage, I believe. He's lost a front right end plate. A front right end plate is gone from Lil Pigeon. Oh, it's going to be close. And I'm looking at Diablo because he's going to retake the lead. Diablo for Pink Panthers is going to retake the lead. Behind, Pigeon is right in the back, and he's not going to quite get the move done. And Diablo retakes the lead there. Meanwhile, Milan and Brad. Milan gets ahead of him. Does Brad have some sort of damage? Going 3 wide with Ben Brash. Ben Brash, they're not really giving me an angle here. He does. He has the front right end plate broken. I believe the same is for Steve B. Steve B does not. Oh, there's a car going off in the back. I think that was Pro. Pro went off in the back, and Haytham's been getting run on him. And meanwhile, Egolf and Pigeon. Pigeon's lagged out. Pigeon has lagged out. I'm going to invite him quickly. Little Pigeon has backed out. Blacked out. What am I on about? Little Pigeon. I can just invite the group. There you go. So Pigeon has lagged out, and that is second place in the championship, seeing his race fall apart. And it's raining, and Ben Brash is right in the back of Scott. It is raining, it is starting to pour, and Little Pigeon is trying to join back here. 3 laps into this race, and the rain is here. When will these guys decide to pit? Scotty, Diablo, they're all staying out this lap, which I believe is the correct decision. F1 Riley is already on the inters, so he's going to burn them up a bit. Reesky versus Steve B, and Wayne comes in. Steve B and Reesky having a drag race into turn 1. Who's going to lead? Reesky down the inside, and he's got the move done brilliantly. It's a lovely little move from Reesky. The Steve B's going to come back at him. They're going to keep fighting, going up the hill. Are they going to go side by side here? And Stevie retakes the position. A bit of contact between the two. Yellow's in sector 1. That's for the project. That's for the Renault Invincible. And Racy retakes that lead. And Scotty MT is in the lead of the race in all of that. Scotty MT for United retakes the lead ahead of Diablo. So that's P1 for our pulse here. Meanwhile, Ben Brash is looking punchy. He's running behind. Thomas Swain, Tuck, F1 Riley, and RB Dury are all on the inters. Craig's up to the for the hards. I think that is an accidental pit stop. This is insane. 3 laps into the race, the rain is here. When is our front runners gonna pit? I think it's slightly cooled down a bit. Frank Brave, you're gonna pass that. Frank would be very helpful right now if he was here. Pigeon has he's back. Okay, Pigeon's back. Yeah, it'd be helpful if Frank was here, because this is chaos, because Ben Brash is right in the back of Diablo. We're going again. Ben Brash has got overtake mode on. Diablo's got overtake mode on as well. He's going to try and chase down Scott. And Pigeon is retired. Pigeon is retired. He's retired on track. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, that's second place in the championship. Scott's in, Diablo's in, Ben Brash is in. Mikey G is staying out. Mikey G and Egolf stay out. This is an insane call from them two. Is it going to work? Not Little Pigeon, Lee Webb stays out. P2, Havermar picks up a 3-second time penalty. A few drivers have stayed out, involving Reesky, Matt, Rumsky, Lee Webb, Egolf and Mikey G. Egolf is going to go for the lead here. Pigeon, your car has retired you. Yeah, sorry about that. But Egolf, overtake mode activated, and he's going to go for it. Vamos, he's going to go Vamos, because Vamos Motorsport are in P1. Mikey G drops down to P2, and he's going to be under attack from Lee Webb potentially. He stays behind, Lee Webb does. Meanwhile, Scotty MT has an 8/10 gap to Diablo, but I think Diablo might push it. He's not going to get the move done here. Havermar has come out in between Milan and Ben Brash here. Yes, Wait, he's not come out. Oh, there's a move behind, and that's Brad on Milan. Brad on Milan, and that's Renault Invincible versus Breakfast Splits. Oh my days, I need a breather. This is insane. Mikey G is chasing down Egolf. As DRS is still activated. Yes, you are correct, Manic. Oh, and the Renault Invincible of Haytham going through, and there was almost a big collision there. As there's little to no grip for these guys. And I'm looking at the gap between Scotty and Reeski. Reeski is a very good driver, so this is a good, accurate indication if the... I can't speak. If the inters are quicker, and they clearly are because he's gaining tenths in each corner. I believe when he came out the pit lane, it was 8.9. It is now 7.8. So he has gained a lot of time in this middle sector, but he does have Diablo chasing him down. Diablo pushing all he can, so is Ben Brash. They are chasing down Scotty MT. Meanwhile, Mikey G has stayed out. Mikey G has stayed out for another lap, and I think that's a terrible call from Mikey, especially because they were losing time. Egolf, Lee Webb, Rumsky, Matt, and Reevesky are all in. Inter's quicker, DRS enabled stuff. I agree. DRS should be disabled now. I think once Inters are definitely quicker, they should be disabled. And I feel like with the DRS enabled, Diablo is going to have a chance to come at Scotty MT because he's going to get overtake mode on here. He's going to chase down Scotty MT. They're going to go up the hill. Ben Brash is going to try and follow him. Oh, Diablo went slightly sideways through there. And he's got overtake mode on. Hot lap is activated. Scotty MT needs to keep this position right now. And he's done brilliantly, dumping his ERS. Scotty MT will keep the position for this lap. And if DRS is deactivated this lap, then that is a brilliant play from Scotty MT. This is unbelievable. There it is! DRS disabled! Scotty MT has done that perfectly where he's dumped his ERS on this lap, knowing that DRS will be disabled in the future. So now he can just recharge and that overtake becomes so much more harder. Meanwhile, Haytham still hasn't pit and he's just been overtaken by Stevie. Meanwhile, Mikey G, who's yet to pit, has lost 2 sectors. 2 seconds in this sector alone. Oh, this is chaos, man. This is mental. I can't believe this race so far. Ben Brash is chasing down Diablo, who is chasing down the leader. Egolf is ahead of Ben Brash, not Ben Brash, of DSL Brad. Meanwhile, Lee Webb is chasing down Brad. Lee Webb's having a phenomenal time out there tonight. P7 currently, going to be P6 once Mikey G pits. Oh! Oh my god, lads! Diablo and Ben Brash went flying off track. Former teammates, former constructor winners. Toro Rostocker's former driver with their current driver. Diablo and Ben Brash get into a collision at Blanchimont and they both flew off track. Oh my god. Oh my. How are they both alive? They have lost so much time to Scott though, especially Ben Brash. Oh my days. How have they survived? And Diablo is going to chase down Scott here, but he's doesn't have DRS obviously. What am I looking at now? So Ben Brash is now under threat from Egolf Hazard, who's in behind. Meanwhile, there's a few cars close to each other, just over a second. Matt F1 UK and Famous Wayne are chasing down Rumsky here. But now I believe I can breathe. I can chill. I hope. I probably won't chill as Egolf is chasing down Ben Brash here. I'm actually losing my voice. As we've got a move, that's the Motor Agare of F1 Riley ahead of Pro. That's the Top Gun versus the Motor Agare P16, and that move is complete. Dave Riley, who pit on the opening few laps before the rain actually came, where he's done a few dry tyre laps. So I think his inters are going to die quickly. Meanwhile, Scotty MT, 1.5 seconds in the lead. And Egolf is chasing down Ben Brash, who went sideways there, and Egolf is going to get a nice run through this back straight. Watch back the stream. Brash rear-ended Diablo around the left before Blanchimont, and then they went off. Oh, is Ben Brash in the naughty books? I tell you what, he might be in the naughty books from lap 1, where he made it 3 wide with Stevie and DSL Brad. I think that was a bit of a audacious send. And Hafermar is still out. Oh, what? Pro is sideways, and he's going to overtake Hafermar. I believe Hafer was going quite slow there, and it just caught him out. And yeah, Hafer needs to pit as Mikey G gets attacked by Wayne, but he keeps the position for now. Meanwhile, Matt and Rumsky are right in front of them, and there's quite a few cars in this little train, with DSL Brad being the leader, and Milan has a brilliant run on Lee Webb. Milan is gaining. Milan is going to choose the inside line. Lee Webb's going to defend. He's got the slipstream from Brad. He's got the overtake mode, and he's going to stay ahead. Lee Webb defending brilliantly, but he's got slightly wide against Milan, the current Ballon d'Or winner. Matt F1 UK gets past Rumsky. And, oh, Milan is going to stay behind. Meanwhile, the two racing knights, as Rumsky's slightly sideways there. I didn't give Haytham this plan. I hope not, Jay, because this is a scarily bad plan. Rumsky and Mikey G are chasing down Matt F1 UK. But Mikey is the one struggling here, I think. I think he's really struggling. I think he's going to let... no, Rumsky is struggling. Mikey G is the one behind. And I think Mikey should be allowed to get past. As Tuck picks up a 3-second time penalty. Not really gone Tuck's way, unfortunately. He got into some sort of incident in lap 1. I can't tell what happened. But something did. But are these racing knights going to swap on in front? Oh, God. I don't know what that voice was. Milan is chasing down Lee Webb. And where is Milan going to find the opportunity to overtake? Because it is difficult to overtake in the rain. Meanwhile, Scotty MT has got a 1.9 second gap to Diablo. Meanwhile, Ben Brash is 2.1 behind him. And the two racing knights are close. And I think they might swap here. They might swap. Racing knights do swap indeed. Mikey G has been let go by Rumsky. I think that's a smart play from TP Chaz Knight Rider to let Mikey G go. As Steve B and Tuck are fighting. Tuck is going to get a nice little exit here. And he's going to get a long side into ahead of Steve B into P13. That is for the Ironworks driver. Going up the hill. And he still has to lift off. And Milan finally gets Lee Webb. Milan into P6. He's going to chase down Brad now. His arch enemy. His nemesis. The man who he considers his rival in DTS, I guess. Along with Scotty MT. And Milan sideways. Milan is drifting. So that's put him under pressure from Lee Webb again. But yes. I don't think there is any secret about the tension and rivalry between Milan and DSL Brad in DTS. It probably won't be the strongest tension in DTS of two drivers, possibly. So yeah. Well, there's quite a few of them. There's the Wayne 3-second time penalty. Stevie goes slightly wide there. Wayne picks a 3-second time penalty while chasing down Rumsky. So, 9 laps in. We are 9 laps. We're not even halfway. That is crazy. Diablo is 2.2 out. Scotty MT is driving a phenomenal race. We haven't really looked at Scotty MT since his wet stint. He is driving brilliantly here. 70% ERS compared to Diablo's 33% ERS. The Diablo is pushing, and he still can't quite catch Scotty MT. Meanwhile, Ben Brash, he's actually dropped Egolf Hazard a bit. And behind, is that little bit of contact I saw? I'm not sure if I saw contact or not. It doesn't look like it because they're all quite far away. But Matt is chasing down Lee Webb. And this train is massive. We've got about 6 drivers here fighting for P5. Brad doesn't quite have the pace with his wing damage, but he has the straight line speed. And Milan is going to launch his first attack at Brad. He's not, because he doesn't quite get the grip and he keeps it on the tarmac, which is important. I'm not answering any of your questions. We're not doing this. I'm not timing you out this week either, so you can speak the nonsense. Right. Brad, yeah, he's really struggling with that front right end plate damage. Milan is going to chase him down. But this goes down from DSL Brad all the way down to Famous Wayne, MP11. So 5 to 11 are all this close to each other. And Reisky is also getting involved. He's not too far behind. So this could be a massive little scrap here. I said massive and little in the same sentence. Yeah, just go with flow. And we're seeing a massive one around the outside of Lee Webb. Massive around the outside. And will he get a move done? It looks to be a great move from Matt F1. And it's a brilliant move. And Mikey G is going to try and follow around the outside. Does he have the grip? He doesn't quite have the grip. And Lee Webb defends it. But a brilliant move from Matt. Sees him moving to P7. And now Mikey G is going to get Lee Webb. Mikey G is going to go side by side with him. Into launch and one bit of contact between the two. And Lee Webb keeps the position. Yeah, and they stay on within the limits. As we begin lap 11 for these guys. Obviously, Scotty MT already on lap 11 as he goes past turn 1. Diablo chasing him down. Diablo can see him. He can see him in front of him. But, yellows. That's a Motor Regale of F1 Riley. He is okay, but he has something's happened to him in Sector 3, in the entry of Sector 3. He might have taken too much curb, and that might have spun him out slightly. What is Haytham doing? What's going on here? Why is he still on the mediums? As Pro still got another 3 second time for do. What is Haytham doing? And Brad is under attack here. He's not going to quite get a move done. And look how close they all are. None of them are really going to get the move done here. But they're all very close. Can we go to... Haytham is more than a pit stop behind Craig. And he is going to get lapped in a few laps' time. I'm not sure what the plan is at Renault Invincible there. Jay, you might have to get on the radio and tell your driver to pit. As Milan is chasing down DSL Brad. This is probably the battle we're going to go on board with, as it's probably our closest battle. As Mikey G and Lee Webb have swapped the full position, and Mikey G has got P8 ahead on Lee Webb now. He's done it into the fast left-hander, and that is him ahead. Sacco ball offence. Sacco ball indeed. Jay, can you give me the Arsenal score? What's the Arsenal score looking like? As Egolf has caught up to Ben Brash slightly, and he's chasing him down. As F1 Riley picks up a 3 second time penalty for Motor Regale. So one Motor Regale is struggling out there. The other, I wouldn't say struggling, but I think he has a few penalties coming his way. Potentially. So yeah, it's not been the dream day for Ben Brash. Arsenal are 1-0 down, or Newcastle 1-0 down. You've got to be more specific here. If it's Newcastle 1-0 up, is that Arsenal out? 3-0 down on aggregate. With it should be half time or approaching half time at St James's Park as well, I think. As it is drying up, I think. It looks to be drying up. As Milan is chasing down Brad again. It looks drier with the rain getting lighter. Could we have another dry stint in this race? Maybe Haytham is onto something. Maybe, just maybe, he has found something in the little weather radar. As it is getting drier. It is getting drier. I think maybe 4 laps time we could be seeing dry tyres. So this is interesting now. So Scotty, Lee Webb and Mikey G, these two have been fighting for ages, and Mikey G around the outside defends that position. But they have lost a lot of time to Matt F1 in front. As yellows, it's yellows in sector 3, and it's Haytham letting everyone past. I saw a yellow dot. I thought that was DSL Brad. I'm not answering that. As Haytham picks up a 3 second time penalty as he's on the grass, so it's a bit shaky. As Brad is under pressure, and I want to see Scott stays out, So does Diablo. So they're all staying out, which is I think is the right thing to do. As Haytham gets out of the way, but DSL Brad is going to get under pressure. Oh, someone's in. Someone's in. No, someone is in. It is Mikey G. It is Mikey G. Mikey G's pulled the trigger early. And is this the right decision? We saw quali, mixed conditions. What happens if you go slightly early? Mikey G, Rumsky, Reeski, Tuck, Lee Webb, and Stevie are all in. And Mikey's opted to go on the medium tyres. Reeski has followed. Tuck is on the soft tyre. Rumsky is on the medium tyre. I believe I already mentioned that one. Stevie is on the... No, Lee Webb is on the mediums. And Stevie is also on the mediums. So medium tyres opted for the final 9 laps of the race. And this is important. The delta between Thomas Wayne and... Oh, what? Tuck is disqualified. Tuck is disqualified for blocking the pit lane. Oh my days. That is massive. Tuck, who wasn't having the greatest race, he still would have scored points. And he's lost out on that chance because he's apparently blocking the pit lane. And Mikey G has lost a second to Wayne in the middle sector. Middle sector. So has he got on lap 2? Oh, someone was sideways. Was it Wayne? It was Wayne because he's picked up a track limit there. So Tuck is disqualified. And meanwhile, Egg of Hazard is chasing down. Dropkick coming out of the pits. Oh, no, Tuck. Oh, no. Oh, Tuck, I feel for you. I do feel for you. So, Diablo is chasing down Scott. Is Scott going to opt to pit now? Mikey G isn't really gaining time here. He's opted to stay out. What is Diablo going to choose? Diablo's opted to stay out as well. The front two stay out. Ben Brash is in. Ben Brash has decided to come in. Even though Mikey G isn't really gaining that much time. He's actually lost time indeed. So Ben Brash comes in. Matt F1 comes in. Brad and Milan stay out. Wayne is going to stay out as well. Wayne is staying out despite his tyres being significantly older. Not significantly, it's 1 lap. But it is a lot in terms of he's done a dry tyre lap. So Ben Brash is going to come out. Where is Mikey G? Mikey G is there, and he's going to overtake somebody. That's Haytham. Haytham's in the pit lane. But Mikey G is going to come out. Ben Brash is miles up the road already. So yeah, I think I think these guys pit slightly too early. So Ben Brash is going to be an interesting one now to compare to Wayne. How much can he gain on the middle sector, or will he lose in this middle sector? So we're looking at 6.3 in entering the middle sector here, the technical sector. This is where grip is the most important. He's actually gained a little bit of time, but he's lost it there. He's lost a few tenths. He's lost about a tenth. And he doesn't quite have the grip yet. So maybe Scotty MT staying out with Diablo, Egolf, Brad, Milan and Wayne, it was the right call. Because he's actually lost 2 tenths in the technical sector. Not a big amount lost, but it's still time lost. Arbeck Dury and Craig are still on the inters. Meanwhile, Haytham has decided to go on softs now. Someone ghosted there. I don't believe they were. So, Will Scott decided to come in now. Scotty MT is in. He has decided to go in. He's almost hit the pit lane. And Diablo stayed out. Diablo has stayed out. And I believe Ben Brash is actually gaining now. So this might be the crossover period. Egolf Hazard comes in. Diablo stays out. Brad comes in. Milan comes in. Wayne is going to come in. And DRS is activated. That should be the biggest indicator that mediums are the tyre to be on now. Ben Brash is going out onto the main straight here. Where is Scotty MT going to come out in terms of Ben Brash? I think he's still going to come out ahead. And he does come out ahead indeed. Ben Brash is going through turn 1 now. The gap is around... Oh, Egolf's right there. But he's going to get Egolf because he's got a nice run through the line. And that's P3 for Ben Brash. P4 for Egolf Hazard. Meanwhile, Milan is on the softs. Milan is on softs for 6 laps. And he can go on the softs because he's been on the inter tyre. So it will allow him to go on the same tyre as before. So this is a legal move from Milan. And Wayne has done the same move here. Milan is gaining as well. Milan, overtake mode activated, and that's P5 for Milan ahead of DSL Brad. Brash picks up a 3-second time penalty in the process there. That's really going to hurt his race compared to Egolf Hazard, who actually did get the move done here. So now we're looking at the delta between Scott EMT and Diablo here. Diablo, is he struggling? Is his tyres overheating here? Scott has won. GG. Manic has put his predictions in early here. And it does look like Diablo is struggling. His tyres are getting very hot. Meanwhile, Ben Brash is chasing down Egolf Hazard. And Milan's softs are going to be very, very good on these opening few laps. It won't be close. I've got to make it sound close, Trouser. I've got to make it sound close. That's my job as a commentator. Reeski and Stevie both pick up 3-second tyre penalties. And Brad is chasing down Milan here. He's going to try to go back for him. And Scott gained around a second in that second and last thingy. Diablo couldn't have changed that anyways. Right, into the pits. He's gone for the soft tyre. He's opted for the softs. And he's got a lap extra than oh, okay. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. I thought it was taking a 10-second tyre penalty or something like that. So if there's any chance that he can get this done. Oh, actually, Egolf might get him here. Egolf is going to have a nice run on him. Egolf is going to... No, he's not. He's too far. I thought he would have a nice run on him. But if there's any chance he could do it, it is on the soft tyre. So Diablo's on punchy. He's got 6 laps to chase down Scotty MT and pass him. 3.5 the gap is. But he's going to have to withstand pressure from Egolf Hazard and Ben Brash. We've already seen Ben Brash is a bit aggressive tonight. So it might not help his case. Meanwhile, behind, this Brad had DRS, but he didn't quite get a move done. Matt F1 is chasing down behind with Mikey G. And Famous Wayne in behind on the soft tyres. He's going to look punchy. And he could, if he gets a nice run, could get the move down here. As he's not going to quite get it done here. Meanwhile, behind, we're seeing Lee Webb behind Reeski. Lee Webb is chasing him down. So, that was actually very close between Famous Wayne and Mikey G. So I got on board with this fight. Mikey G beat him in the scraps tonight. He has been fighting everyone. So it's been an entertaining race watching Mikey for racing nights. And you can see the grip difference between Wayne and Mikey Dem. Softs are so much quicker right now. Obviously, due to being a softer compound, the tyres warm up quicker from the mixed conditions. So he'll have so much more grip than Mikey, but they will die off very quickly. Meanwhile, Brad is running back on Milan as well. So these are the two battles we're going to keep an eye on. We'll see if Wayne goes for the move down the inside here. Is he going to go for it? He's going to stay behind here. So we're going to go board with Brad and Milan here. So I think Brad might get a DRS move down the Kemmel straight here. And Diablo has gained a second on that past lap. So he is setting some brilliant lap times here. He could be getting fastest lap as well, which is important. Fastest lap counts by 1 extra point, obviously. So DSL Brad, is he close enough? I don't think he's going to go for it now. And Ben Brash gets Egolf. Oh, Ben Brash is jumping all sorts. That was a bit distracting for Egolf, but it's okay. And Brad doesn't get it done. Wayne, however, does get it done. That's P8 for the Vamos Motorsport car, despite him having a penalty, which will drop him down further once he goes across the line. Just looking at timing boards now, probably could keep an eye on this fight now. So Egolf is chasing down Mr. Ben Brash. Motor Reggae versus Vamos Racing. Two new teams on the grid are fighting for the podium. And Diablo is setting some decent tyres. He is chasing down Scott. But Scott, he's got some pace of his own. And he's got the ERS as well. He can push a bit. And Scott's actually set a powerful sector 2 there. So could this be the fastest lap from Scott EMT? Fastest lap who's it probably been set by? Me trying to find fast lap. It is Scott's already got it. So this is going to be an interesting time from Scott EMT. Is he going to break his own record to the line? He is not going to break his own record. And Diablo across the line. And here we go. Egolf versus Ben Brash again. It's going to go down into the Kemmel straight here. into the braking zone, turn 1. Ben misses the apex slightly there, which is it is actually going to help his exit because it's got a wider entry, gets more track to get traction on, and it gets a nice run. But with DRS being so powerful, ERS being powerful, here we go, DRS activated, and Egolf Hazard for Vamos Motorsport down the straight is ahead of Ben Brash. P3 from Vamos and P5 for Renault Invincible because DSL Brad gets Milan. The breakfast splits versus the Renault Invincible, and the championship leader is back into P5. But Milan is going to have a run here. Oh, he was gaining quick on Brad, but he had to lift off there because he did not expect the grip deficit Brad would have. Meanwhile, Fabus Wade is trying to round the outside of Matt. He's not going to quite get that done. He's actually pretty much pushing Matt around these corners. He has so much grip on these softs. And is he going to go for it here? He is not going to go for it. Oh. Okay. I thought I saw a race alert flash. And this Project GP20 versus Ramos is going to get close. Lemon Stream ain't working for me since the last 10 minutes. Oh, God. Yeah, please keep me updated as well. As we're seeing track limits flying, that was Pro and Stevie both picking on them for 3 seconds. And Wayne against Matt. They're going to have a drag race, and Matt is going to stay ahead. Matt is actually missing a front wing end plate. And Scotty MT sets his fastest lap on the race. This is a perfectly delivered race from Scotty MT. Yeah, I'm loving this from Scott. It's the Scott of old, which is nice to see. Yeah, I feel like we've been missing that this season. And Wayne with a lovely little move here. He's got overtake mode. He doesn't even have overtake mode activated. He's got DRS activated as well, I'm trying to say. Around the outside, Matt. Oh, they actually give each other way too much room. And that's actually invited Mikey G. But Wayne has got a lovely run through there. And Wayne has got the move done before the Kemmel straight. But is he going to get DRS? He's actually going to take a compromised line as well, and that's really going to hurt him. And Mikey G could get a double here. Mikey G could get a double. He is gaining. Oh, Matt has to go off track because of Wayne. And Wayne's going to lose another one because of Mikey G. And Mikey G down the inside. Wayne tries to keep around the outside. He's never going to keep the grip there. And Mikey G goes into piece 8. And Matt is really struggling there because of the front wing damage. Oh, so Matt. Oh, they're going for it again. It's so close between these two. And it's 2 becomes 4 because Rumsky's now involved. The 2 Racing Knights cars are battling for 7th and 8th together. Mikey G down the inside of Matt into fast left-hander. Bit of contact between the two. Fabus Wayne is trying to follow. This is insane battling. And Mikey G is ahead of Matt. No, he's not, because Matt's going to defend the inside line. Mikey G around the outside line. Bit of contact between the two. Mikey G gets the position. Lap 19. Mikey G moves on to P17. Wayne around the outside. Wayne around the outside. What a move from Wayne around the outside. That's P8 for Wayne now. Oh my days, brilliant battling from all of these guys. And Rumsky's going to follow here. Matt is dropping down the order with that wing damage. That GP20 car just cannot get that car turned. And the Racing Knights double get past along with the Vamos Motorsport. Jay. Well, we're going to go back on this battle between Brad and Milan. Well, we're actually going to go to Egolf before that. Because Egolf could have a chance to get a move done. Why is Haytham on drive? A bit unusual. Egolf ain't going to get it done here, but Brad is going to get alongside the Breakfast Blitz and ahead of the Breakfast Blitz. Once again, these two have been battling all race long. Meanwhile, Mikey G is about to lose 2 positions here. 1 to Fabus Wade, who's about to get him early, and 1 to 3 wide! Oh my god! Oh my god, how is Wade still alive there? Rumsky and Wayne and Mikey G all collide on the straight going 3 wide. That was crazy. That was mental. And they somehow stay alive. Oh my days, lads. Rumsky is now P7, Wayne in P8, and Mikey G in P9. Meanwhile, GP22, 10 and 11, followed by Lee Webb, who was 2nd in qualifying. Stevie in P13. I don't know why I run through the order that. F. O'Reilly, RB Dury, Craig. Pro comes into the pits for a fast lap attempt, and Haytham is P18 after being lapped. Scotty MT, what a race he's had. We haven't really covered him. He's just been that guy. And Egolf is looking for a move. What is going on, man? What is going on? Right, Egolf, I think he's going to go for the move here. Lap 21 out of 22. And it is very sunny here. It's a nice sunny end to this race, which it's been a bit gloomy throughout. So it's nice to see the sun out, because Egolf Hazard is going to go for it. Here we go, hot lap activated, DRS is going to be activated, overtake mode on, and Egolf Hazard takes P3. Vamos Motorsport look to get another podium in their debut season. Meanwhile, Milan is too far from Brad to attempt a move. Both on similar ERS, so this is going to be very close in the last lap. And there are so many cars close to each other here. As Diablo is struggling. Diablo could lose P2. Diablo could lose P2, and Wayne gets Rumsky. The fight from earlier, Wayne goes into P7, but he does have a 3-second time penalty. But Diablo is struggling here. His softs have died off, and that means that Egolf, if he pushes hard enough, could get P2 here. The chase is on. We're going to stay on board with this fight, despite there being a 4-car battle in the middle sector between Wayne, Rumsky, Mikey G, and Matt. Craig MC overtakes F1 Riley, who comes into pit lane. And Egolf is chasing him down. It's 5 tenths the gap. This was the wrong tyre choice for Diablo. He tried to push to try and get Scotty MT. He risked it, and now his tyres are gone, and Egolf Hazard is chasing him. Here we go. The Vamos Motorsport versus the Pink Panther. Who is going to be P2? Scotty MT has driven brilliantly. We will cover him in a second. And here we go into the final lap. Yellows in sector 2. That's Haytham next on pass. Craig gets a 3-second time penalty. Egolf Hazard goes purple. He has got the fastest lap of the race. He's pushing so hard to get Diablo. Diablo has 0 grip compared to Egolf. And Egolf surely is going to get this move done. They're going to go up the Camel Straight, and Stevie has binned it. Stevie has binned it, but he's gone again. Here we go. Hot lap activated. DRS activated. Overtake mode on. Diablo is using all his battery in this final lap. But Vamos Motorsport and Ben Brash is going to try and follow. Ben Brash is going to try and follow. And they're going to keep battling. These two collided earlier in the race, and Ben Brash keeps the position. They're still going side by side. And it's going to be Diablo around the outside. He has slightly more grip, but they still have they're colliding. And there you go, Diablo gets the position, but Ben Brash is coming back at him, and Diablo's going to use the defensive line here. This is smart driving from Diablo, but Ben Brash has forced him to go wide. A brilliant move from Ben Brash to force him to go wide, and they're still going side by side. And I can't even cover Scotty MT because these two are battling so hard, and Ben Brash has got the position finally. But we're going to go on board with the United driver, who has not had the easiest time this season. His start to his championship defence has not been the greatest, but this has been a great drive from Scotty MT, the 3-time champion of DTS, the United driver. He's going to go through the bus stop chicane and to the line. Scotty MT is a DTS Season 7 winner. He has done it. Egolf Hazard, what a drive from him, P2. And these two are still battling with Diablo taking P3 because of Ben Brash's penalty. Milan is going to take P5 ahead of DSL Brad, the championship leader. Vital points lost for DSL Brad. Thomas Wade is going to be in P7, and he is going to drop a few places due to his penalty. It's a Racing Knights 7 and 9 with a GP 20, 10 and 11. Lee Webb in P12. Arbig Jury looks to take P13. But Scotty MT, we're going to cover him while we're going for the order later. What a race from him. What a drive. We didn't really watch much of his second or third stint, but it was a brilliant drive from the man. And can this be the turnaround he needs in this season? We've seen him this season. He's been unlucky. He has been absolutely unlucky. But today, it all worked out, and he showed his pace. 50 points in the bag. Not quite the fastest lap, which goes to Egolf Hazard with a brilliant push at the end. Egolf Hazard, what a drive as well, by the way. P11, I believe he qualified or something like that. And now P2. A great drive from Egolf Hazard. Vamos, says Mick, the TP of his team. He is well happy with Egolf Hazard's drives tonight. But it's about Scotty MT who takes the win. And we're just waiting on Mr. Pro, the man we thought could take provisional pole for a bit. To the line. And he has done it. That is a brilliant, brilliant race. Scotty MT too good. He needs to be there. Right. Scotty MT is our winner. What a race. Egolf Hazard and Diablo follow on the podium. Diablo with a very, very strong performance tonight. And Diablo, he just has these brilliant drives every week. He is so consistent with these drives. So that 32 points will put him up there in the order. But it's about that man picking up his season after a dreadful start to the campaign. The United team pick up 50 points. Get in there, lads. As they celebrate on the podium. What a race. What a quality session. What a race. What everything. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was a brilliant, brilliant race. And I really enjoyed commentating over that. Scotty MT is our winner. 7 seconds ahead of Egolf Hazard. 8.9 ahead of Diablo. Ben Brash P4 with Milan end of the top 5. Brandon in P6 with Mikey G P7. Wayne in P8 with Bromsky P9. And Matt F1 UK. It's nice to see him in the top 10 after a few unlucky disconnects. Reeski in P11 with Lee Webb P12. Our Big Dury P13 with Steve B in P14. F1 Riley P15 with Craig in P16. F1 Riley picked up fast lap actually. That's a great lap from F1 Riley, so congrats to him. Pro in P17 with Haytham in P18. Lil Pigeon in P19 unfortunately disconnected and DNF'd him, and we lost Tuck because of disqualification because he binned it in the pit lane. So what a race. What a race. What a race. I guess just so frank this time. So like, do I just give awards out by myself? That's a bit like I feel like there's discussions needed. But we'll go with we'll go with the award. So the F1 24 award, I believe that's what we call it. I believe it might be called that. I don't know. Well, F1 24 is trash. So. Well, I'm not saying the driver's trash. I'm just saying that the race they had was a bit trashy. No, that's horrible. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, like they could have been killed. Yeah, formerly known as the He Could Have Been Killed award, and that award goes to Wayne, Rumsky, and Mikey G going 3 wide and making crazy collisions on the straight. I think it could have gone to Diablo and Ben Brash as well after they went off at Blanchimont, very high speed corner. And it could have gone to Wayne and Matt for practically forcing him out. Actually, right, it goes to Tuck for bidding in the pit lane. Because that is, right. What's the other one? Oh, the actual drive of the day, the Boschman, the bit of toast. I'm actually going to give that to Egolf Hazard. I think Egolf drove brilliantly tonight. Going up the order, battling with Ben Brash and Diablo in the final lap and getting that move on the final lap. Final lap move can always be risky, so getting that move done was brilliant. P2 for the Vamos Motorsport guy, so he is my driver of the day. So congrats to him, congrats to Scotty MT, and congrats to Diablo on the podium. That's all from me. Don't really have much to talk about, honestly. Normally this is where me and Frank waffle about something just completely random, but yeah, it's just me. That's all from me. My name has been just Keith Romish 86 in the Discord, and I'll catch you guys next week. Ciao.